Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Mary, and in today's video I will be showing you how I made this number one teacher coffee cup slash mug. Yeah, so what you're going to need for this is you're going to need yellow clay, pink clay, tan clay, red clay, and black clay. You're also going to need translucent Scoopy. This is like a glue. It's actually called liquid glue. And this is going to bond everything to this mug. Well, not that mug, but this one that I have here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make the pencil and the apple. And I don't have everything I need for the star. I only had a couple of those, and I know I have some more laying around here somewhere, but I just don't know where they're at. But you can buy a star almost anywhere, and you can put it on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera down so y'all can see what I'm doing. So here we have our cup. And I already did one of these videos where I did a cupcake on one of these mugs. So yeah, and I had a subscriber ask me when I put the stuff on, do I build it first and then put it onto the glass, or do I build onto the glass? I build onto the glass, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it together first and then glue it to the glass. So we're going to do the pencil, and I'm going to start off with some yellow clay. And we're just going to, sorry about that. I'm going to turn this up. I started off with some yellow clay, and I'm just going to grab a little bit, take a little bit out. And I'm just going to roll it. And I'm going to go ahead and roll it on my desk. And I am going to flatten it out a little bit. And I'm just going to use my fingers. And now I'm going to take a standard size popsicle stick, and I'm just going to clean up my edges a little bit. I'm making it. So this is all I'm doing. And if you feel comfortable with building it on, you can. That's normally how I do it, but I was just showing one of my subscribers that there's another method to it. And this is what we have. I'm going to peel it up, and I'm going to stick it here. And I can tell you now that I'm going to have to cut some of this off, so I'm just going to take my tool, and I'm just going to cut a little bit of that off. And I'm going to go ahead and round it back. And sorry, y'all, if y'all hear any noises besides my dog barking, my husband is actually outside mowing the yard now that the sun then went down a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to take the pink clay, and let's smooth this over here, and we're going to make the eraser. So we're just going to roll it out. And we're just going to bring it right up against here. And we're just going to go ahead and place it. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take some of our silver clay. And I'm just going to tear a little off. And we're just going to roll it into a long snake. And we're just going to go ahead and put this on here just like this, right across. And I think I want that to be a little bit thicker. So I'm going to grab some more of that clay, and I'm going to roll it again. And I'm going to go ahead and stick this right across, just like that. And I'm going to push it in, and I'm going to cut off the extra. So this is what we have so far. Next, we're going to take our tan clay. I'm just going to pull a little bit off. Well, actually, let me see. I'll roll it into a ball. Then we're going to make it into a little bit of a triangle. Push this end down a little bit. Okay. I'm going to take my pencil, my tool, and I am going to cut a little bit of that off. And then now I'm just going to flatten it just a little bit. I need to turn my pencil around and okay, I want to redo that. I'm going to roll it and I am going to flatten it into a little triangle. We're going to stick that on just like this. And I'm just going to push in my ends just like this. I'm going to pick it up and I am just going to shape. I'm just going to make sure everything is secured. Now I have that. I'm just going to take my knife and my little tool and cut off a little bit of that. Clean up my edges. And I'm going to take a little more of that yellow clay. And I'm just going to cover up the raw edge that we see here. And then I'm just going to put that right across just like this. Cut this off. This is what we have so far. Next, we're going to take some black clay, and this is going to be the lead of the pencil. And take off a little more. Gonna roll it, make a little point on it like a triangle. I'm gonna turn this around here, and then we're just gonna stick that right on. Here's what it's looking like so far. I'm gonna grab my cup to see if I need to do anything different to it. Okay, I can see that it's too long this way, so what I think I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to take off the eraser part and I'm going to cut a little bit of it off here. And we're going to go ahead and reattach that eraser. Grab some more of that silver clay. I'm going to move all of this other stuff out of my way. And I'm going to roll some of that silver clay out. And I'm just going to lay this across, just like this. Pushing it in and cutting. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. We're going to push in and cut. This is what we have. Okay. And I'm going to cut a little bit of my eraser, of the lead off of the pencil. And I'm just going to take my fingers and I'm just going to flatten that back out to a point. Just like that. I'm going to bring my cup to me and we're just going to go ahead and stick that into place. So I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to grab a popsicle stick, and this is the bond that's going to glue this to this cup. And I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue on the back of this pencil, and you don't need a lot because you don't want this to slide around. So we're going to stick this out of the way, and we're just going to pop this on here just like this, and you're going to go ahead and push down a little bit, but not too much, just so it secures it. And this is what we have. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put the number 2 on here. I did that part with the Sharpie, but I'm going to attempt it on here. So I'm just rolling it out ever so thinly to try to get it all on here because I want to make sure that it fits. And now I'm going to make the O. And I'm just going to take some clay, and I'm going to roll it. And then I'm just going to bend it a little bit and make the number. And then this is what we have so far. And I'm going to put the 2 on here. Okay, I need to roll it a little more. So basically, I'm just trying to form the number 2 without it looking like a S. And we need a little piece of clay, and I'm going to use my dotting tool for it. I'm going to make a small dot, and we're just going to stick that right on here. Or maybe not. Yeah, that's coming. Don't you do it, Coco. Sorry about that, y'all. I dropped my tool, and I had to get it before my dog run off with it, because she's quicker than I am. And she will get it, and she will run. So I'm going to take that little piece of clay, and we're just going to stick that right on here. And here's the number 2. Now, if you want to put an apple on here, we're going to go ahead and do the apple. Let me just clean that end up. Okay, so we're going to take some red clay, and we're just going to roll it into a ball. And we're just going to go ahead and flatten it out just like this. And we're going to, once you get it flattened, you're going to take your fingers and you're just going to push in just like this. And now I'm going to take my stick, and I'm just going to go in at the bottom. And we're just going to do the same thing right here at the top. There's our apple. And I don't have brown clay, so I'm going to have to use a piece of white for the stem, and then I'll paint it after I take it out of the oven. So I'm going to take a piece of green clay. Y'all, I am so sorry about my dogs. It seems like every time I post a video, they want to find something to bark at. So once again, I apologize we're going to stick the apple here. I mean the leaf here, just like this. And I'm going to take a piece of that white clay, and we're just going to roll it into a little stem for the apple. And like I said, when I take it out of the oven, I will be painting that little part brown. And now I'm going to take some of that liquid clay, and I'm just going to go ahead. Actually, I'm just going to take my finger and get a little bit on here, because like I said, you do not need that much. So yeah, we're going to go ahead, and I'm just going to stick this here, and then we're going to place this apple wherever wherever we feel like we want it. I'm just going to put it here, and I'm just going to push. And there's our apple. And like I mentioned before, I normally have gold star, or these little stars that I painted yellow, but I don't have any here. But if you can find some, all you have to do is paint it yellow, and just take some, once you bake it and bring this out of the oven and it's dry, you're going to take your yellow star and you're going to put some E6000 on it, and then you're just going to glue it into place. I glued mine on here, and then I baked it because I had a star for it, but I don't have one for this one. So yeah. And also, I'm not going to go ahead and spell out teacher. I'm not going to put #1 teacher on here. I mean, I am, but I'm going to use a Sharpie for that part. I did letters for this one, but I'm actually giving this to someone. Let me see. Let me bring this back. So I put teacher on here I spelled out teacher with the black clay that I have here, but I'm not going to do that on here. I will. Okay, so just so y'all can see how it's done, I'll do #1 teacher with the black clay. So what I'm going to do is take my liquid clay that I have here. I'm going to take my finger, and I'm going to put #1 teacher here. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that clay, or the liquid clay, and I'm going to rub it right there. And then we're just going to go ahead and put #1 teacher. So we're just going to take some black clay, and you're just going to make the hashtag symbol. That's basically all you're doing. So I'm going to take that, stick it there, and we're going to do the same thing to the other side. We're going to stick that on just like this. And then we're going to take 2 more of those pieces of clay. We're going to roll them out. And we're going to stick those right across here. And there's number. And then we're just going to make a 1. So basically we're going to start off with a piece of clay, and we're just making the letter, or the #1. We're going to put that right here. Roll that over just like that. Take another piece of that clay. And I think I want it a little thicker. Coco, no bark. I'm going to roll this under here just like this. Please forgive me for my dog barking, y'all. I don't know what's gotten into her tonight. I think she's trying to get my other... Coco! Stop it! I think she's trying to get my other dog to play with her. But, I'm not sure. And there's your #1. No bark. Cut it out. And no. Y'all, I am so sorry. They are like literally right in here while I'm doing this. If I wasn't making a video, they wouldn't even be in this room. But yeah, so once again, there is the number 1, and you're just going to do teacher the exact same way. I'm not going to put the teacher on here, but y'all can see how it's done. And yeah, so this is it. There's the pencil and the apple and the number 1. So yeah, so I'm just going to stick this back on there because I obviously bumped it. So yeah, we're going to stick that back. Okay, so I fixed it, and we're going to set that to the side because I am done with it, and we're going to bring this one back. So yeah, actually, so yeah, so once you get everything on here like you want it, you're going to bake it in the oven at 250 for 25 minutes. 250, 25 minutes. That's it. Don't turn it up any higher. That's all you need. And once it comes out of the oven and completely cool, I glaze it. And I use the Mod Podge gloss to glaze them, and that's it. So yeah, that was basically it. So now y'all see how it's done. And if y'all want to see any other type of video besides crafting, let me know in the comment box below. And I do Q&As, and I do story time. So if y'all want to ask me some questions, you can do it in the comment box. I always try to get to them and answer them. And if y'all want to hear a story, I definitely have one that I think y'all probably want to hear. I'll give y'all a glimpse of it. So it's about the time that I was in Walmart, and this little girl was having a tantrum, and I had already checked out, and I was just, you know, listening to her have this tantrum. And so yeah, and it was crazy because I sung Baby Shark to this little girl, and it quieted her right down. She couldn't have been no more than about 4 or 5. So yeah, if y'all want to hear that story, how I sung Baby Shark and how I even know that song, just let me know in the comment box below. And like I said, if y'all want to ask me some questions, do it in the comment box below, or you can do it through Facebook on my Messenger, or you can do it on Instagram. So yeah, with that being said, thanks for watching this video, and I hope y'all like it, and I hope y'all all have a very nice day. Bye.